Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, do I look like the kind of person that can be played right now?
I don't believe that it's time to play the game.
Hey, guys, I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
We watch reality television, and we talk about it.
Yeah.
Lately, all we've been talking about
Is shenanigans.
we don't go there, is Summer House.
Because it's like the only thing that's on.
It is actually Scandival 2.0 also.
Yes. And we're getting near the end of Survivor, so like we'll probably get into that a bit.
But that's also a different category. I'm really enjoying Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yes.
We can't tell most of them apart.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
But one of them's gone already.
Dolores was like literally just a bridge for the show. Is that what West was gonna be? Here, okay. Here's my headline. People have mixed feelings on KJ, right?
Yes. On show KJ.
Even KJ is allowed to care.
Yeah.
I feel like the tide might be turning a little bit now, and it's like, oh, is Carl a mess? Like, why is Carl affected by it? But actually, realistically, they're allowed to be mad the way Lala was allowed to be mad that you just compromised her putting food on the table. Right? Like, watching them sit down in this episode when it was going good and they were playing the game and laughing together, I'm like, holy smokes, Summer House has life. It has legs. They could just do this again for another season while they figured out if the spinoff works, if it doesn't. Like, they could come back around for another season. Even with Kyle and Amanda getting divorced. And Kyle would have been the bad guy, and maybe Amanda would have left the show, and Kyle came back sporadically, but you could still do it. And now West and Amanda have compromised that, so anyone on the show is allowed to be big mad, I think.
But I also want to point out that now that we've gone through the scandal, I don't think Sierra would come back. I think she's too big for the show now. So, like how Paige outgrew the show.
Yeah.
I think Carl probably wouldn't come back.
The other headline is that Carl's got his groove back.
Yes. But like he has his soft bar, which is hugely popular.
Yeah, like if he's really successful in that, that's where you'd want to dedicate your time.
Right. So you're going to...
Obviously, as we're going to see on the preview, spoiler, Kyle's tantrum at the end of the episode really brings out like the worst in Carl. Like it truly triggers him. So like, yeah, maybe like he and Kyle won't be friends after this. Even though you said he is now carrying Loverboy at Soft Bar.
Oh, I think they're going to be friends like next episode.
Me too. I hope.
I just think
Carl's a mess.
Kyle, spoiler alert, is so hammered and so like he is. You can tell he's so drunk. He can barely keep his eyes open.
I took notes. This is the worst thing I'm ever going to say because we're rewatching season what?
Yeah, 8.
We're rewatching season 8 right now. I wrote down in my notes, I'm going to pull a Lindsay and ask what Kyle is on. That cannot just be stress and alcohol. That kind of rage is like you do need to go to therapy alone. You push couples therapy as if there's nothing wrong with you independently.
Right.
Amanda, you fumbled the bag so bad. Holy crap and balls.
We should go back to the beginning.
I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
We're in a relationship.
I'm not Canadian.
I'm Canadian. We live in Canada. It's finally spring here, and I'm coming back to life a little bit. I am blooming.
Me too.
Are you?
I love the sun and the wind and the sky.
You just love not having to shovel.
Yeah.
Which, like, I
especially
support
now
you.
my bum arm.
Neal, like, slept on his arm weird, and he's like a dude with a man cold. Now, I will say, I just had, like, a cold or the flu, and I was a real baby about it. Like, I'm still recovering, and I'm still being a baby.
That's okay. You get a grace period.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh, that's so nice of you. Like, the way you got a birthday month, not just a day. Like,
right.
No one should be more important than me for the whole month of October, and that just is how it is.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
So,
Do we go right to the dinner?
I mean, what
Else is there to talk about? Sierra dressed as the Lorax?
Yes. Water gun fight. They go to the beach and have a couple one-on-one discussions. Carl spikes volleyball because he's such a beast at volleyball. Yeah, nothing really happens until
yes it does.
What?
Kyle and Sierra's conversation we have to talk about.
Yeah, that's brought up some stuff. So Sierra and Kyle take a selfie and then talk.
On the last episode, Amanda said, Sierra brought up the idea. Sierra is the originator of the idea of Kyle and Amanda physically separating. Take some time apart, see if you miss each other, keep going to therapy, start dating each other, and see if you refall in love. And if not, see you later, alligator. Lindsay's perspective is like, holy shit, if I heard a married couple, like the wife was in another apartment, I'd be like, that relationship is over.
Right.
Like, they're in trouble. She called it a last-ditch effort, which, of course, she has Lindsay's wonderful way of putting an even meaner spin on something. Sierra brings it up to Kyle. Have you considered, physically being separate because you're on top of each other all the time? She's selling it to him like it's his idea. But then he says, why have you and Amanda talked about this? Sierra then has no choice.
Hold on. Did you say why question mark or why no question mark? Why have you and Amanda talked about this, or why have you and Amanda talked about this?
No. Stop. That's literally the definition of semantics. He was asking, and if they had talked about it, and she said yes. What's important to discuss here is that you've talked about it as in you also brought it up with Amanda.
Yeah.
So now Kyle is like, holy shit, is this Amanda's idea? And she's sending Sierra as her soldier to come tell me?
Right.
Number one. Number two, Sierra's in the wrong for bringing it up anyway. You have to let Amanda bring it up first. The idea of a physical separation. That's a huge step in a couple's relationship.
Yep.
Number three, if you are going to go directly to Kyle because you feel like you have to, then the right approach in that moment is to talk to both of them together. And if you're not going to do that, you weren't ready to do that, then you shouldn't have gone to Kyle independently.
Right.
So to me, Sierra even lost a little bit of favor tonight. So are the producers trying to now go easier on Amanda and West, or am I overthinking it?
I think in that regard,
I've always been a little bit of an apologist for Amanda.
I think I don't know. I don't think they're trying to do damage to Sierra or try and prop up Amanda. I think it's just because he's gonna watch the show and then know.
Well, I mean, this episode makes Amanda look good, even though now. Okay, we'll get to it. Facial expressions. Okay, beach. Those are all the reasons I think Sierra was in the wrong to do that. I do also see how she was cornered and how, obviously you're not going to lie. Kyle looked at her and said, have you talked about this with Amanda? You're not going to be like, oh, no, I just came up with it now.
Right.
Even though he did give her that out, he's like, is this a fresh idea? Poor Kyle. But see, poor Kyle. But we don't feel poor Kyle by the end of the episode.
No.
So let's just get to the dinner. Also, Frank was there from frickin' Hell's Kitchen, right?
Frank from Hell's Kitchen. His grandma. Yeah, he's.
Lindsay goes up and gets ready, and she comes down and is like, damn, you clean up nice.
I recognized him from his
voice.
Thick accent. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Frank.
And Lindsay was asking small talk, oh, how long have you been a chef? And he's like, I've been cooking 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we love a crossover.
Yeah, so
I love seeing people with jobs like that, doing their job in real life. Yeah, you went on a competition reality show, but then you went home and you kept being a chef.
Right.
Because that's what your job is.
He was on one of the early teens episodes, 10, 11, 12, 13, that had a forgettable winner. So I think it was a pretty forgettable season. Because he definitely was after Dave's season.
You know way too much chronologically about Hell's Kitchen, and you're losing us all right now.
Okay.
Back to Summer House.
Yes.
Let's go to the dinner.
The food looked amazing.
Oh my God, it did look so good, though. There was like a pasta salad and just like family style cut
steak.
Oh,
which is
like-
crazy because like he had steak for everybody.
and like fried, like grilled shrimp, which I
Yeah.
wouldn't eat, so I wasn't interested in it. And like grilled corn. Oh my gosh.
Yes, looked delicious. It was the second
Lindsay-
anniversary of Lindsay.
And Carl's breakup.
Yeah, so it was Freedom Dinner Part 2. Which Carl embraced.
Yes, on the beach, he was totally embracing. Carl is gonna be fine. Kyle is gonna be fine.
Yes.
Which I'm so happy about.
So they did this
Carl, more than Kyle.
game of like, what have you lost and what have you found? And of course...
And she uses the example. For example, Carl lost me and found a bunch of thirsty girls in his DMs. To which Jesse replies out loud to the whole table, "Oh, she's on one tonight." And I wrote that down.
Yes.
Oh, she's on one tonight.
So we had some...
We knew we were in for it because it was going to be Lindsay led.
Yes.
Michael Rappaport called her overrated. Listen, Lindsay is a lot of things, but she works her ass off to make that show entertaining.
Yes.
Michael Rappaport. I wished for your demise on the Traitors.
And your wish was granted.
Spoiler alert.
No one expected him to win. Okay.
We go around and have some really beautiful moments.
Beautiful. KJ's is amazing.
He lost his brother and like basically found like a brotherhood.
Yes.
Amongst the dude. I love the male energy this season of Summer House.
Yeah, it's
until
nice.
Kyle like literally implodes.
Because you have
Explodes,
five
actually.
guys, right? Kyle, KJ, Ben. So
And say what you want, Jesse and West are two of the most successful ads in a long time.
yes,
A long time.
But like before them, you had seasons with 3 guys and like 6 girls,
and
so
like one of the guys might have been new.
right. So yeah, this is a good season. And then we get to
No, we have to say the other nice ones. Well, we
mean-
have to talk about how sad it is that it's not nice anymore.
West and Sierra.
Right.
Each talked about each other.
He said he found a friendship, which I'm like, damn, to make her basically the peak of your year, dude was laying it on thick. So, like, he's gross for that. You're making her seem like she means so much to you.
Right.
And she doesn't deserve that if you don't feel that. And you know what? Maybe he does feel that, but until you're ready to feel that for only one person, don't do that to her.
Yeah. If he goes back to the show, if Amanda goes back to the show, she ain't going back to the show.
No. Sierra said she lost the weight, the burden of having to hate someone, having to. But I totally get that.
Well,
It's
no, I'm
exhausting
laughing
to have to
because
ice
it's
someone out.
back.
Oh, yeah, but now it's. Now I imagine, it's hard to hate someone when you would like love to have them back in your life.
Right.
Now I imagine she's just fine without him. Like, she will be heartbroken. I don't think she would go back at this point.
No.
And that's the first time I've said that about Sierra. Up until this point, I would have been like, yeah, she'll be back
Right.
with him. Like, they'll get back together. Okay. Let's get to it.
So Lindsay jokingly goes to Kyle and says he lost his wedding ring and gained or found a DJ career. And then
I said, oh, Lindsay was looking for a fight.
yes, but it didn't start until Ben brought up him looking for a manager or signing with a manager.
Yes. But also it really bubbled oil over because Amanda was like, oh, tell him about Vegas or whatever she said.
Yeah.
She's the one who mentions Vegas. And obviously no one had heard about that until now, or at least they hadn't been discussing it publicly up to that point.
Right.
I'd say the friends probably didn't know anything about it. Well, yeah, but you said Ben knew the manager thing. Well, listen.
Or somebody did. Jesse brought it up. Ben brought it up. They both brought it up.
Lindsay is fighting Amanda's battle so well. People shit on Amanda because of some of the facial expressions she made this episode, like, oh, she's a narcissist getting off on the pylon against Kyle. I think, to me, a lot of her smiles just genuinely read uncomfortable to be having this conversation in front of cameras and a table of 12 people.
Right.
I don't know. I think there could have been, like, multiple factors at play here. I don't automatically think we should interpret every facial expression she makes as nefarious. Maybe that's me being an Amanda apologist again.
No, I agree. She doesn't do well in those situations.
And Lindsay's arguments in support of her made me more sympathetic for Amanda. So I can't say it enough. She, like, fumbled the bag. Lindsay talking about how, like, Kyle's like, oh, but, like, they have their kids out there. And she's like, yeah, but they've been DJs for life. Like, when their wives met them, they were DJs. They knew they were marrying DJs. You were a business owner when you got married. Your wife did not sign up to marry a DJ.
Right.
So has there ever been a sit-down conversation of, hey, should I do this? Can I pursue this? I know, maybe men will get mad at me to say that a man should ask, can I, to my wife? But really, there has to be a talk of the logistics of it. And if your significant other is 100% no, then, like, if it's not a no for you, then you guys can't be partners anymore.
Right, especially when they're talking about a residency.
Like, that's living in Vegas.
Yes, he'd be in Vegas for probably 3 to 6 months.
Hot take. If Kyle had just found a way and bought the house in the burbs in New Jersey, they'd still be together. They still wouldn't be functional, but, like, she wouldn't have been in such a rush.
Right.
Because she would have at least been happy in her life. But, like, she's unhappy. I would hate living in an apartment.
Right.
That feels so, first of all, unsafe. And I know that's not, like, automatically the case. I just need space, and I need to be able to see green as soon as I look out my window. I can't imagine a world where I didn't have grass. I can't.
So, like, things go crazy.
I did sympathize with Kyle when she said that she thought she and Mauricio would still be together if she'd never done Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's a very honest thing to say. I think fame and success really get in the way of...
Oh, yes.
A lot of relationships. I think a lot of those relationships were maybe doomed to fail anyway, but they certainly have a lower success rate because of it.
Well, how many successful relationships have been on this show?
Well, I mean, you have to be, like, hundreds, because usually when they bring them on, they are wives. But, like, ultimately successful,
But, like, on Summer House. Has there been a single one? Oh, Andrea and...
And Lexi wasn't even really, like, she was just a guest.
But, like, no.
Okay. Kyle bringing up that Amanda's not ready to have a kid in front of the whole table... Like, okay, that's a, like, private conversation time now. Once Amanda, that's the only time Amanda spoke up, right? Like, that's not a discussion for the table.
Right.
Once she said that, Kyle should have shut his mouth. That's the one and only thing she said. So Amanda did, call her facial expressions whatever you want. She did nothing against Kyle in this episode.
Right.
So let's break it down. Break it down, Neal.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to break it down. You were going to your phone. I thought you had a break it down list. So it was. I mean, he thinks everyone's mocking him, that he's the butt of the joke of the summer.
That's his biggest issue,
and
honestly.
that everyone's piling on throughout the entire summer, and that Amanda's a lazy piece of shit that doesn't do anything,
and that other people can't see that infuriates him.
Yes.
Like, you guys are far gone. If you weren't sure whether or not you should have separated from each other, watch this episode, man.
Yes.
So ultimately, what does he do? He stands up, starts screaming at the table in general, looks at Amanda and goes, fuck you. Like, makes direct eye contact
and points at her.
She's sitting there saying nothing. And then immediately everyone pipes up like, oh, no, like, you're not going to do that.
Again.
Right.
Like
And
3
Lindsay
episodes later.
And Lindsay says, no, if you're going to say fuck you to someone, say it to me. Like, I'm the one talking to you right now.
Right.
I'm the one having a conversation with you. She also defended everyone else at the table when she said, like, this isn't a pylon. It's just me.
Right.
Like, have this conversation with me. Yes, we're at a table right now, but it doesn't have to get this big. My heart fluttered when West stood up for Amanda.
And moved his chair. And
I know that's a freaking hot take, right?
Right.
Does he have me under his gross spell now?
His gross hot dog water spell.
I was like, heck yeah. I would have secretly started shipping them in that moment to be like, holy crap, he's like defending her right now. Because people dissected his behavior the first time he defended Amanda, got really mad that Kyle said F you. I think it's just a genuine trigger for him.
What?
Do you not? Like, for West, I think he's going to defend a woman if
Right.
a man is speaking to her like that.
And I feel
I just think he is that dude.
because, like, his mom is a doctor and, like, his dad is a cowboy, essentially. And, like, I feel like that in the area he grew up is probably, like, traditional.
So, like, you don't speak to a woman like that kind of
Right.
thing. Like, he's from Memphis, right?
No, he's from Montana.
Oh, are you sure?
Or he's from Missouri. He's not from
Missouri. You're right. That's just one of the boring ones I
Right.
didn't learn.
But,
I'm
like,
Canadian, remember?
He sits next to Amanda, and then Kyle's still going crazy, and he gets up and tries to, like, de-escalate, and Kyle just keeps going. And then finally, do you have any more notes?
No, you're doing so good.
Finally, Aura maxing Carl, who earlier we forgot to mention.
I don't know what that
Made
means,
out
but you
with
said it. And, oh my gosh,
Bailey.
I actually hope they're together in real life currently. Bailey and Carl, I ship them.
Oh.
Ew, I keep using that word. It's the most millennial thing about me. I can't drop it.
It's because I listened to the clavicular, because he's a looks maxer. So, like,
I was talking about shipping.
I know,
I wasn't talking about Aura.
I'm just like.
Oh, you're
filling it,
explaining how
yes.
you know.
So
We like to listen to true crime.
he got. Yes.
Don't
Lots
get
of
into
charges
it.
for a lot
We
of
don't
random-
talk about
yes.
true crime. Not here.
Unless you want us to.
I've actually done a couple ASMR videos. I should show you guys
But
about true crime.
Carl finally snaps.
Yes.
And, like, gets up and yells at Kyle to calm down.
Well, first he's being like just a good friend, I feel like,
Right.
and really just trying to be the peacekeeper. But then Kyle says, F you. And then the episode ends with Carl being like, F me, well, F you.
No, Carl says that.
Yeah, what I said Kyle.
got him, yes.
Yeah, Kyle starts it, but Carl's gonna finish it, basically.
Yeah, and Kyle, in the episode or in the preview, right before that, throws a can of Loverboy towards, I'm assuming, Carl.
It's big.
It's big bad. And,
Yeah.
like, they're going to have to get the producers to separate them.
Well, you see in the preview that there's someone with their arms around Kyle and Carl.
yeah.
Around Carl, yeah, and like,
Well, Carl's massive compared to Kyle.
but like arms and all, like they're trying
Yeah.
to pin like his arms down, like bear hug him. He's 6'5", guys.
Yeah, so that's
Oh, Five Guys.
that's crazy. Kyle, like, he legitimately, and you could tell, I was saying this earlier, before they got to this
love
point, I love you. He could barely open his eyes. Like, he was so far gone.
Inebriated,
Yes.
allegedly. I mean, I'm not accusing him.
So,
I'm
like,
just literally labeling
when
him.
he gets drunk, he pops off very easily and doesn't make good decisions.
S'mores? I'm so ready. We're going to try the new McDonald's drinks tomorrow.
Yeah.
The ones that came to Canada. We didn't get the Dr. Pepper one, which I feel so bad about because you like Dr. Pepper. And we didn't get the High C one because, like, we don't even have High C here.
That's crazy.
No, what's crazy is the stuff that you don't have in America when you should have everything. But your Kit Kats taste gross.
Your KFC does not have mashed potatoes.
Our French fries are the main side.
That's
at
crazy.
KFC, yes.
So what else happened in the fight? Anything? Poor Frank is just... Well, no, he's used to it because of Hell's Kitchen. But, like, this is the biggest freak out of the series.
Yes.
Like, bigger than Luke versus Cocaine Carl.
Bigger than Sierra breaking a wine glass on Danielle. Even though that was physical assault.
Oh, yeah, Carl's like... Because Kyle was slamming things, and Carl's like, oh, you're going to break something? Real cool, Kyle. Like...
Yeah, he was egging him on.
Yes.
That's not what Kyle needs in those moments. But sometimes as a friend of someone like Kyle, you hit your breaking point too. Which I think is what we're going to see Carl do. So I'm going to excuse Carl's behavior for now. Just because I think he is thriving. I hope he and Bailey are in love. I hope he does not cheat on her with all the thirsty girls in his DMs.
I don't think, especially after this episode, he's probably going to go with, I'm not ready. With everything going on, I'm not in a place.
Have we gotten his perspective yet? We've gotten her perspective that, like, oh, we just, like, flirty text, and maybe that's all. It'll just be like, oh, we flirty texted over the summer.
I think he's just in his usual, like, I want to take things slow that he's been doing the last 3 seasons.
Dude, at some point... I'm glad, so glad we've been doing the rewatch. It's completely changed my perspective. Rewatching season 8 and seeing that Kyle is made the flower boy of Carl and Lindsay's wedding. It's like, that's so offensive to the length and depth of their friendship that it's bonkers. And the fact that Carl made that decision, even though Lindsay never allegedly came out and actually said Kyle cannot be a groomsman... You should have known right there you shouldn't get married.
Yes.
Unless you were using Lindsay as an excuse, and maybe you secretly don't like Kyle that much. I don't know why I'm so sure that Carl and Kyle aren't friends anymore. Kyle
and Amanda shouldn't have gotten married. Like, watching the whole series over again.
But to me, they're higher. Their compatibility is much higher than Lindsay and Carl. To me, and their chemistry is better. To me, they had a lot more going for them than Lindsay and Carl.
But, like, here's what Carl...
Everyone was saying Lindsay and Carl shouldn't get married.
Right.
It was just Paige crying and saying, Amanda, like, you don't have to do this.
Carl and Lindsay were, best friends, but that was when Carl wasn't sober.
Right.
So, like, he's basically a totally different person when they get together.
Right.
And want to get married. Which is, they're just, like... completely incompatible.
No.
And it's so bad in season 8 when every episode she accuses him of being on something when he's sober, and it really bothers me.
That's why I did it for Kyle in this episode, like, intentionally. But also Kyle doesn't claim to be sober, so, like,
right.
It's not this big healing journey thing. Kyle's gonna be fine. Carl's gonna be fine. Lindsay's gonna be fine. She's not overrated, love her or hate her. KJ read the text on Watch What Happens Live. Let's talk about that for a second. People are mad about that. That Andy asked KJ to read a text from Wes.
I mean, it was mixed. I am in the camp where I don't think you should do that. That's gross to me.
Gross from what perspective? Like, invading whose privacy?
Well, it's...
Or making
they
what
didn't
look
ask
out?
West if... they could read this private text message
right
on the air.
But I also think shit like that is up for grabs. I know you made a good example with Gertie on Real Housewives of Miami, putting the text up on a literal projector screen. That's maybe a more severe case, like it would need to go in our shenanigans machine. Basically what we're creating is a good place machine. To be like, are you in the good place or the bad place?
Okay,
50-50.
It was an apology text.
Yes, I thought it made West look good, so I'm like, who cares that KJ read it? If anything, KJ should be like, I don't want to read it because it makes West look good, and I don't want to make West look good. But you said it didn't make, some people didn't like it.
Well, then, yeah, this is just...
But people are going to pick apart everything.
Yeah. And then Andy was praising West's apology on his podcast this morning.
So do you think Andy So then I go back to my question, are they doing damage control to make us hate Amanda and West less because they both have shows coming up on the network?
People think Andy loves West as a
I
person.
think so.
And just will, like, he's...
I think he's a West apologist.
Yes. Under West's smell/spell.
Oh my gosh, what is it? What is it about that
It
dude?
must be dude's just a great guy to hang out with.
Like, fun.
Yeah.
Just genuinely fun to be around and nice to you. Like, he's nice to girls. Like, Sierra was impressed by him most, as we saw, because he asked her questions.
Right.
Like, she's like, that should be the bare minimum. But, like, it's not. So, like, a good dude with a bit of charisma. Bit of riz. Jeez Louise.
And that's it.
How many slang terms have we used? How many words have we used, oh my gosh, in this podcast that if 20 years younger than us, if 15-year-old us was listening to this right now, how many things will we not understand? Like, all of them as shows, because none of the shows would be out. But, like, how many of the words, like, literally invented words? Riz?
5. I don't know.
Were you... I wasn't literally asking. Thank you for giving your estimation,
I
my
was
love.
thinking about it, and I was just going to be like, 5 is a good number.
I'm sure there's someone out there who would actually take the time to calculate it, but it's not going to be us.
I don't know about the vibes, yo.
Please, okay, but vibes is still a word already. That's true. I'm like, aura was still a word, but I'd be like, what is aura? What was the word? What was the word? Aura.
I created that word. It was not a word.
You invented the word aura.
Because aura maxing. It's because I was taking it from looks maxing.
I'm sure you didn't invent it.
Well, yes.
Or you're so uncool that you mix them up.
No, I did it on purpose. I'm done.
You're getting so mad at me right now. Guys, hey, please like this if you support Neal's literal answering of questions.
I'm a very literal person.
And
literally.
share and come back next time. And
Aura maxing. Merriam-Webster's word of the year, 2026.
Need to stop.
I'm starting the campaign.
Okay, guys, we love you. Bye.